collective action, it's a very hard, difficult topic to crack in Romania, and for us personally. Like, for instance, me personally, I'm trying to develop a cooperative with fellow fruit growers here, and it's an interesting impact of Bond that this happened only. So I'm in discussions 3 years now with different people from my village to develop a cooperative. It's a fruit producing cooperative and food processing cooperative. You're supposed to be, that's what we want. But the thing is that everybody was afraid to start it, including me. And now through Bond, although I was not a representative, I'm facilitator in Bond, right? I'm coordinating on behalf of Ruralis. For me, I was personally touched by the project in a way that I got shown a lot of collective action models, and I got shown a different kind of philosophy, for instance, and it made me forget about my fears and trying to concentrate on different proactive attitudes towards collective farming. And that was very interesting for me personally. So for me personally, one of the impact was this. And now after 3 years of Bond, accidentally or not, and I think not, we are starting to put the formal basis of a small cooperative, which is super interesting for me, and learning so much about, like, for instance, the memorandum of understanding. Although it was very hard to grasp for me at the beginning, and I honestly have to say I even considered it a bit useless at the beginning, personally, me. Now I realize, after going to the process of negotiation, because we were part of also a process of negotiation with KNA and Kuma and others, that it was a very interesting, eye-opening process. So one impact was that now when I established collaboration with my fellow farmers from my region, I know how to put different things on the table, and I understand the need of formalization. So that is also an impact that I would count. And then me personally, as part of Ruralis, for me it also had an impact because it showed me a different kind of project management model, because I was used to much more autonomy when it comes to project management. But I understand, for instance, why in H2020 it's named a consortium, and in other projects it's not named a consortium, it's named partners, because partners are much more independent and much more free-floating, and of course we create things together. But here in the consortium, it's a different feeling, because it's much more here also a collective process into taking decisions, into developing the project, and so on. So it was very interesting for me to feel this kind of consortium feeling. And in future H2020s, for instance, now it's easier for us to understand, for my colleagues also to understand and be involved in these kind of consortiums in future H2020s. And then broadening up the spectrum, I think one of the impact of the project was over Ruralis, because Ruralis, being a farmer organization, we had a double role. Our first role was to be the consortium partners and to facilitate activities towards the beneficiaries, and to do it smartly and to do it in a way that we generate this impact that we want to the activities. But secondly, because we are a farmers organization and we have farmers in our constituency, and because we are already doing political collective action quite from a while, for us it was very interesting to see as Ruralis and to discuss at general assemblies about bond activities, about how Bond puts these on table, these activities, and the process, the whole philosophy behind Bond, to all those see and learn and tell and so on. That in Ruralis it also generated a debate and a discussion on new forms of collective action, and somehow to forget about the trauma.